Here's one for everyone. I love this because everyone should have a fire extinguisher in the basement, in almost every room, the kitchen, the basement. Uh, what is a fire extinguisher for?
Fire extinguisher is for putting out fires.
Nope.
Okay, what is it?
It's to get your ass out of the house.
Okay, all right.
So you would think a fire extinguisher, you're going to grab it. Oh, I'm going to fight that fire. I'm going to put it out. I'm going to, save the house. You've only got so much in that fire extinguisher. The idea is, and I want you to remember this if it ever happens, is that you use it to get your butt out of the house as quick as you can. Because if the flames are intense, you'll never put that fire out. Small fire, that's different. Then you can fight it. It's a stove fire. Just blow it. You can put it out. But that is the main rule of thumb, is to get your butt out of the house.
And in reality, a lot of the legal suite rules in terms of the smoke seal with the mechanical room, the separation between the two floors, also, the fire rated windows above the exterior doors that are required for a secondary suite, it's just to buy you time, right? That's it.
Now, this I like because we need to talk about this too. This is what's the difference between finishing your basements and making a livable suite or an in-law suite. I don't care what you want to call it, an apartment. Is that we need fire stop. Now, in Calgary, do they have to have a separate heat source?
We have to have a separate heat source. So there's
water source?
It's a similar water source, but all of the lines have to go back to the main line coming into the house.
So again, from the main line to the basement, and then from the main line to upstairs.
Yes,
so they
each
really
with
do
their own shutoffs on them. Individual shutoff plus the main shutoff.
So that does make sense to me. So that people don't understand. This is where it can cost a little more money. Now you're separating the water sources. Usually in the basement, if there's not a sump pump now must be added. The weeping towel must be added to the sump pump. There's more money breaking the floor, putting that in. The fire stop from the basement to upstairs, you can probably get away with a thicker drywall on the ceiling, yes?
You can get a thicker drywall on the ceiling, but in Calgary, in Alberta, it's required to do the soundbar as well as the Rockwool on top of that. The Rockwool fire rated, the green stuff, they needed to just buy a little bit more time with that.
So the Rockwool is great because it should give you sound and fire, which I really do like. And we want to keep that on the low side, keep that air above it, and not keep it tight to the floor, right? Now, the sound bar, explain the sound bar. I know what it is, but explain it to the viewer.
So sound bar, it's essentially, it's about a 2-inch wide piece of steel that basically sits below the floor joist, and you put the drywall on top of that, which is your 1/2-inch drywall for the legal suites themselves. And that creates an air gap in between your floor joist and the drywall itself, which mitigates sound.
Which is mainly was a sound bar.
Correct.
And now it's stepping into a fire rating source.
So it just gives you a little bit more time. Once it hits that drywall, goes through the drywall, has to go through that into the Rockwool. It gives you all those seconds you need to get out of the house.
Which I like. And then you got a fire stop with all the ductwork. You're going to have to wrap all that, create that fire stop.
And that's one thing for your viewers to know, is that can be the most difficult thing.